just one bite, you won't regret it. Get your curls percolated. Omiage. Omiage. Get you some.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for the Bondy Blue Show. Yes, the bitch came back. Yes. Okay, look. I don't want to waste any time. I just want to get straight into the topics. It's not a lot of them, but just some things that I noticed that I wanted to talk about, okay? First of all, let's start with Nicki Minaj, okay? Nicki Minaj came out with her album Queen this past week, all right? And she decided to go on a media tour for said album release. She goes to see DJ Clue and something happens with DJ Self. I don't know what happened, but something happened to where now Nicki is saying that DJ Self said something about Cardi B paying for plays on the radio. I didn't get that first part. Like, I didn't get the first part of what the fuck was going on at all, because DJ Self said all they said was hey, and they passed each other in the hallway. But from what Nicki says, there was a whole conversation had in which he brought up Cardi B and her somehow paying for radio plays. Now look, I do feel like the companies probably have certain radio hosts and certain radio stations in the pocket to play songs when those artists come out with songs, okay? I do feel like there was a great push to make Cardi B be the person that she became as far as her star. You know what I'm saying? Her star rose, okay? The star rose it like a mug, all right? It went into the atmosphere. It was hovering, and then it went into the atmosphere. And when it went into the atmosphere, she was, really A-list all of a sudden, from Love and Hip Hop and Instagram to A-list, almost seemingly overnight. It was not overnight. She did put out a lot of songs. She put in a lot of work to get where she got. But at the same time, there was a massive, I think, machine pushing her success, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, it is what it is. So I do agree. You know what I mean? That's something that is probably going on, but I don't know if I believe that that's what was all said in a hallway when they passed each other, Nicki. I don't know. But that wasn't even a big part of the story. So Nicki Minaj went on Hot 97 with Flex, all right? And Flex, with his old messy, disgusting ass, asked her how she felt about the rumors that Safari was writing her raps before they broke up. And she goes off. Everybody knows, okay, that I put so much emphasis on women writing and women writing their own raps, okay? I always thought I was better than all the niggas, okay? So for him to come out and say that about me, somebody that I took care of, somebody that was stealing my credit cards, somebody that was spending money on hookers, somebody that was out here wilding when I was taking care of them, somebody that was doing that to me, the Harajuku Barbie. It went to a certain level. Sorry, she didn't add that Barbie part on, but that's how I felt, in a moment. She went completely the fuck off. To which Safari replied in some Twitter messages that is obviously a person that is still feeling some type of way for her to be speaking on him still at this point. He was really playing it cool. He ain't air her out like that. The only thing he really said was that she stabbed him. The police were called. He almost died, but he lied and said he almost committed suicide. And I'm just like, y'all obviously were together for a long time. There's obviously still some type of love there, because we caught Safari just a couple of days ago on her Instagram. Homeboy was recording him while he was, sliding up and down her Instagram feed. Nigga, we see you, all right? So I personally believe that there's love on both sides, because no woman that is over a man does all of this. No woman that is over a man is going to get online, get on the radio, and make it all about him. And that's almost exactly what she did. She may not have been trying to make it all about him, but that's exactly what she ended up doing. That boy got a whole book deal and some type of money situation from Hair Club for Men. Like some type of situation, come get your hair done, come get your shit back percolated. I just feel like niggas need to be bald, okay? Maybe none of this would have ever happened if you would have have just stayed bald, Safari, because she did air him out and say that she spent $10,000 on him getting the the plugs in his head, and then the shit fell out. Him and Tyga went to the same doctor. Why you gotta put Tyga out there like that? That was fucked up. And Tyga, Tyga didn't really say nothing, but Safari said that him and Tyga had it done on the same day, but they did not have the same doctor. Okay, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I've seen Tyga's shit. His shit look better than Safari's, so maybe he should have went to Tyga's doctor. Maybe it should have been like that, but it wasn't. All right. It's all petty. It's all stupid. It shows that you're still hurt, Nicki. It shows that you still feeling some type of way. And I'm not begrudging you, saying what you want to say, because I know that's what she keeps saying. And people don't like when I speak up for myself, or when I send my barbs after you done some fucked up shit. You know why, bitch? Because when you get to a certain level, everybody tells you to, with great great accomplishment to great reward, there is great responsibility. So that means that you are somebody that a lot of young people look up to. And if you are showing petty, stupid behavior as a 34-year-old woman, if you're showing this type of behavior to the girls who look up to you, what do you think? What type of behavior do you think they're going to exhibit? And it ain't always about standing up for yourself, because sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is just to not give somebody any of your fucking energy whatsoever. And I always say, what would Beyonce do? Because Beyonce never responds to anything. She doesn't respond to any of this shit, which keeps her on a level to which she is above reproach. Because she won't get down on you motherfuckers level and argue back and forth with y'all about what she gonna do, about who she used to date. She ain't letting y'all all in like that. And I feel like Nicki and Cardi B and all of y'all want to be on social media because y'all are children of this social media shit, and I get it. But at the end of the day, you have to learn that when you become a celebrity and you have this stature and millions of people are watching and thousands of people are looking to bait you into some bullshit, it might be best to just get your grievances out and not really go at nobody. Like, say what you want to say on your Twitter, like I be doing, and somebody say I be crying about it on Twitter. No, it's my way of getting it out without actually having to address the person and give them my energy. It's just me saying what I'm feeling at the moment. That's how I look at it. And that's what I choose to do. If you want to look at it as crying, bitch, I'm a female. I got a period and everything. If I want motherfucking cry, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'll cry on this motherfucker right now if I felt like it, but ain't nobody trying to fuck up their lashes. Okay, ain't nobody got time for that. But like I said, I understand how Nicki feels, but I still feel like, bitch, you are at a level, you make too much money to be out here arguing and sending your barbs after people that are nowhere near your level. It makes you look like a bully. No matter what the person did to you first, no matter what they said, it always makes you look like the bully. So don't feed into it. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept to grasp. Like, yeah, comment back and forth every now and again, but you ain't gotta be like haul off attacking people the way she be doing. I'm just saying. But I don't even really feel like it was the same thing with Safari. I feel like they on the same playing field. I just meant when she went after Jerome Trammell and some other, people who don't nobody really know. Consider, like for instance, Jessica Dime. All right. Now, I felt like Jessica Dime could have stayed in her own little world over there and not commented on this situation. But Nicki Minaj said that Safari and Self, want to run back to their cheap ass rinky dink love and hip hop checks. Like, it was something like that she said in her tweets. And it got everybody a little upset because, first of all, don't you have a drink called Minx with Mona Scott Young that is on VH1 Love and Hip Hop show every now and again? Then you just did a feature on Black Ink Crew, which, if you ask me, is beneath Love and Hip Hop when it comes to the reality show VH1 hierarchy, okay? So you were on a lesser VH1 reality show, but you're trying to throw shade at not only one of your business partners' ventures, but everybody else that's on that show. And yeah, y'all didn't have to respond to her because that bitch was in her bag, and who the fuck cares? You getting your money, so why would you even need to respond to her? But Dime was like, damn bitch, why you gotta come at us like that? I love Nicki, but she doing the most right now. And then of course the Barbs want to attack her because that's what they do. All right. They attack people. So they attacked her, and she was just like, man, fuck out of here. And Nicki was like, suck my dick or something like that. And that's when she was like, keep that same energy. And that's what everybody like to keep saying, keep that same energy. And I'm like, yeah, Yeah, you should definitely keep that same energy. And I know people think that Jessica Diamond is nobody and she won't ever have to see Nicki Minaj. Like, they won't ever be in the same situation. They will probably be in the same situation at one point or another because of their VH1, Viacom, the record companies, Mona Scott Young. Like, that's a whole bunch of shit to have in common to think that you never gonna run up on somebody. You know what I mean? Either way, I've been listening to Nicki Minaj's album and I like it. I think there are some songs on there that are definitely for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I think it might be her best work if you ask me. I do like Barbie Dreams. The only thing I don't like about the Barbie Dreams thing is that you send a shout out to Biggie but not to Kim, and then you ask why people think that you don't like her or that you don't show homage to her because you do a song that she did and don't mention her but mention the nigga who was on the track. But then you always talking about women and women's empowerment and shit, Nicki. Like, hello, like you ain't even really got to get along with that bitch in real life, but at least throw the homage to the fact that you doing one of the songs that she did. Damn. Ganja Burn I thought was good. Majesty was okay. I thought Eminem went off on that shit. Like I said, I like Barbie Dreams. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Rich Sex is telling you not to fuck a broke dude. Like, specifically, that is what it's telling you to do. It's the lyrics of the song. I don't know what else you could have got out of that. I liked Hard White. I don't like the Bad song. I don't like the Weekend song. I don't remember Running High. I love Chun Sway, Chun Li, LLC, and Good Form. And I'm still going through the rest of them. But for right now, that's all I got. The rest I got tied up in the business. I ain't got nothing else. All right, look. That's all I feel about. But I really like those songs, the ones I called out. I think it's a good, solid effort. It's never... To me, she never sticks to one thing because she has so many different types of fan bases. I guess she has to reach all of these different audiences in one album, which is cool. But sometimes, sometimes a bitch like a cohesive, shorter album than something I have to go and pick through to find the ones that I like the most. But I still like the album. I think it's a good album. I think it's a really good album. I enjoy it. And I'm going to be playing it. And I've been playing Chung Lee. Bitch, you been on. Bitch, you been con. Play that Chung Lee. Drop the Benz off. Like, I be listening to that shit. It's on my playlist. All right? So if anybody that won't come for my neck talking about I'm a hater, no the fuck I'm not. I just call it how I see it. I always told y'all I thought Nicki was insecure and petty as fuck, and she be showing it when she get out here overreacting to shit, giving people energy that she don't need to give them. Now, we can look at this from the standpoint that she doing this to add some fire to the album and to the record sales, because somebody said the record sales wasn't expected to really be that high, so maybe this was a push to help those record sales. And if, bitch, I don't care. Do what you gotta do. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not even about to sit up here and act like I'm mad at that. I am not mad at that at all. Girl, live your life. If you feel like you want to get on here and on the radio and act a fucking fool and air out your ex and look petty, if you want to do that to make sure your record sales get to 250K, then you go ahead and do what you gotta do, Nicki. I don't know your life, okay? But all I'ma say is you are getting to a point where you need to start trying to figure out how are you going to do this when you make 40. Like, I just want to put that out there. We could be sexy at 40, but at 40, people are expecting something else out your ass. We just gonna have to go ahead and tell you that right now. Now, I heard that because of the situation that happened with DJ Self, that DJ Envy is talking about boycotting her album or not playing her songs on the radio. Get out y'all feelings. Get out y'all fucking feelings. Like, nobody cares. Get out y'all feelings. Like, play the bitch songs. I'm tired of niggas. I don't even like that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that, I don't like you, so I'm not gonna play your records. If people want to hear the records, play the fucking records, okay? If she hot and she the queen of rap, like y'all always calling her, let that bitch records play and let's see how we feel about the shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree because she said some stupid shit about Self that now we not playing her records. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this fucking works. You play the record, Self, Envy, Clue. Play the fucking record. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, y'all. That's all I got to say about Nicki Minaj. Let's move on. D.L. Hughley. Okay. So D.L. Hughley shared a story from his life with us recently. It was in a DJ Vlad interview is where I saw it. And basically he said that he got a young woman pregnant when he was in his 20s. He was married, had children, and he got this girl pregnant. and he never told his wife about it. And when the baby was 9 months old, the baby was shook and killed by the girlfriend's boyfriend, by the baby mama boyfriend. Years later, he, had finally come out and said it to his wife and said what happened. And the girl had fell on hard times, and she was really having a hard time with the loss of that child. And the guy who, shook the baby went to jail. He's out of jail now, but he was in jail, and DL feels like it wasn't enough time. And she asked for money. And he said, well, you got to ask my wife about that because I don't handle the finances. And he says that he actually got off a plane one day and saw the two of them standing next to each other and introduced, this is the woman I was telling you about that I had the baby with that died, and she turns to her and she says, I'm sorry for your loss. Let me tell you something. D.L. Hughley's wife is a class act, all right? And I knew she was a class act when I watched them on the Black Love show on OWN. I watched them on that, and it was a very good show, and you can tell that this man has been blessed because of that woman. Like, by the grace of God, he had that woman that stuck by him and took care of him and made sure that he didn't ruin his opportunities and spend all his money on dumb shit, because she was very much in control of their finances, and he had an allowance, and she started giving that allowance to, his baby mama. I hate to keep calling the lady the baby mama, but that's what she is. The mistress, whatever. And he never got that allowance back. So he doesn't even dare to ask her if she's still giving the lady money. But it's just a real fucked up situation. And another thing came out in that interview that I thought was very messed up and I wanted to talk about was he said that he had a 22-year-old girlfriend when he was 13, and DJ Vlad is like, oh, well, did she take your virginity? And he was like, oh, no, I had lost my virginity when I was 11. And that brought him to D. Ray Davis' interview where he said he lost his virginity at 11 to two 30-year-old women who were friends of his mother's. Y'all, what in the entire fuck are you bitches doing to these babies? Okay, because we normally think that it's mostly men that's out here molesting the children. But if I gotta worry about aunties and friends of the mama touching the little baby boys, all you bitches need y'all asses whipped, okay? And I know these young boys think it's something that they want, but you didn't really want that shit. That was more than what your little psyche could handle, whether you think your body wanted it or not. And DL even said that when he would be spending time with that 22-year-old girl, he would want it, and he would be like, oh yeah, I'm doing that, I'm fucking her or whatever like that. But then when it came time, he was like, no, I'm okay, am I right, thank you though. Like, he didn't really want it. And that's what I mean. It's still a child and you're still taking advantage, and they still have issues. Like, I think men who have things like that happen to them, even though they don't recognize it, it very much has a negative effect on them and their relationships with other people as they become adults. And the fact that we don't even talk about that a lot, about women being the molesters, to have so many men say things like that. I've heard that from many dudes who I knew was having sex at a very young age, had their virginity taken at between 9 and 13, and it had been done by some very much older girl or woman. And I just, oh my God, I'm sorry. No, D-Ray said it was some 12-year-old girls. I'm sorry. Yeah, I messed it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but definitely 22 for DL. But I think he said it was two friends of his mama's. I'm confusing it, but either way, the shit was wrong, okay? Either way, something struck a chord with me, and I had to come and talk to y'all about it, because I'm like, is that what's hood? Is that what's going on the streets? Or are you young women out there molesting young boys? What's happening? This is not cool. Like, we need to talk about this shit. People need therapy. People really need to start going to therapy. That shit needs to be as easy to come by as cigarettes in a pack. This shit is ridiculous. Like what the things that people have to go through and endure in their life and just swallow and keep it inside and never speak it out, never talk about it because they're embarrassed, and then it goes through their life fucking up their relationships and failed marriages and fucking up children, all because we never can deal with the things that happen to us. Oh my God, it's too much. Moving on, y'all. Teyana Taylor and Jeremiah. First of all, I didn't even realize that Jeremiah was this big of a stalwart to be on this tour with Teyana Taylor. But apparently it was his tour, all right? The after hours tour or whatever, or the later on that night tour, or the when I see you, tomorrow bitch tour, whatever. Either way, They were supposed to be co-headlining on the tour, but Jeremiah was being real ignorant and would get out there on the stage and thank Teyana Taylor and the other artists for opening up for him like an asshole. I also heard that he sat in a chair for the majority of his performance, whispering and shit into the microphone, not really giving people their money's worth. And Teyana Taylor is getting out there giving you full-on Janet Jackson tease, if I was your girl, for 30 fucking minutes to an hour, and you get out here and sit in a chair? Nigga, please, okay? She said he act funny with her and she couldn't take this shit no more. She got on social media and said if she didn't get off this tour, she was going to lay hands on that fuck boy, all right? Iman, her husband, got into the comments because he replied back. I'm talking about Jeremiah replied back to Teyana Taylor shit, talking about KTSE, keep that same energy. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Come on. All right? And then Iman commented under that shit, you understand? If this is a threat, send that shit my way. I won't smoke, nigga. What's up? All right? And of course, there's no response to that. Jeremiah's response was so funny to me. I was like, he ain't give that shit no energy. He probably on drugs or some shit like that. Whenever people be full of themselves like that, but don't even give a fuck enough to argue with you, they probably getting high. Okay, they probably getting loaded. That's probably the whole reason behind all of this shit. Either way, I feel like I like Jeremiah's music, but to find out that not only is your name spelled in a way that my mouth will not, really agree with. Like, my whole spirit don't agree with the way he pronounces Jeremiah. Like Jeremiah. Like, it is Jeremiah, nigga. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, y'all. That bothers me so much. It bothers me so much. But anyway, I just don't like people playing with Petunia like that. All right? Don't be fucking playing with Petunia like that. But she said, she said she was gonna deal with this situation, and she absolutely did. She kicked his ass off his own tour. She got everybody that was on his tour and pulled them on her tour, and then his tour was basically canceled. So she stole that nigga tour. Okay, shout out to Teyana Taylor for being so gutter as to steal a motherfucker's whole tour from him. I appreciate that, girl. That should make Black history. And the Omarosa tapes. All right, y'all. So, y'all know I don't fuck with anybody that goes against the people. And Omarosa has made it her business for her entire career to annoy the fuck out of me and go against the people when she decided to get on the campaign for Donald Trump and speak out on his behalf to us Black people as if we fucked with her or something like that. It's like, girl, we ain't fucked with you since your boy died, since Michael Clark Duncan died. Ain't nobody fucked with you since then. And the only reason we wasn't even fucking with you then. We ain't like you, but we liked him, so we was willing to give you a chance. And then he died, and then people said it was your fault, and I thought that was terrible, okay? And then, I was like, well, all right, whatever, Omarosa living her best life, whatever, bitch. I ain't got to agree with your politics, but go ahead and live your life, all right? And then she bust out on the campaign with this dude, denying things like him saying the N-word, but then coming out with the first tape that she has is a tape showing that a conversation was had between Katrina Pearson, who was also a Black female campaign member, and Lynn Patton, who is now over the federal housing for New York and New Jersey. From what I understand, the only thing she did prior to that was plan some of the Trump's weddings. But okay, bitch, that's fine. I saw that somewhere on Twitter, and I was like, is that what we do? Is we just hire any? I guess that's what we do in this administration. We hire any old fucking body for very important duties. Okay, fine. All right. But on the tape, they're having a conversation discussing how Donald Trump did say the N-word and wanted to know how Lynn Patton would deal with it. And Katrina Pearson was the one that said, well, he did say it and he's embarrassed. You wasn't fucking embarrassed. You just realized that this might not be so good for your campaign. And then you realized that it didn't matter what you said or did because these people were still going to vote for you. Somehow, no matter what he did, it never put the axe on the campaign. When the tapes came out that he was grabbing pussies, that didn't end anything. I was amazed that didn't end anything. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all tried to impeach Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked under the desk when he was already president. This dude is talking about like forcefully grabbing women's, vaginas, and y'all just like, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a great businessman. The fuck is really hood? What is really going on with people? Like, I just don't understand the things that you have to lie to yourself about to make any of this shit okay, because none of this shit is okay. So that was the first tape that she came out with. The second tape she came out with was a tape with Laura Trump, who is President Trump's daughter-in-law, married to one of them retarded-looking sons of his, all right? And she called Omarosa after they fired her, because Omarosa came out with the tapes when she was fired as well. She was in the situation room being told that, she was being let go, in so many words. I hate the way they talk around shit, and they be talking, but they never really saying anything. Either way, she had those tapes put out. So after she got fired, escorted out the building, Laura Trump is on the phone with her, having a conversation about paying her $15,000 a month out of campaign donations to keep her quiet and have her do speeches on his behalf for his re-election campaign. You really want to do this again? We didn't barely got through the almost 2 years you've been in the fucking office, and you want to do this again, motherfucker? Are you really gonna live this? Like, it just seems like a very stressful situation for him to be arguing with so many people all the time on Twitter. There has to be nothing getting done in the White House except for dismantling everything that President Obama did, and it seems like he did that shit within the first 48 hours of being president. It's ridiculous, okay? All I know is, even though in these interviews when Omarosa speaks so well, you know what I'm saying, and she does clock how ignorant it is that Laura Trump said that she spoke so well, as if black people don't understand English or some shit like that. Like, at this point, it is our language. Stop it, okay? If we live here, it's our language. Stop it. Either way, I look at her as somebody who knows what she's doing, who has been very smart about the way she is going through a very corrupt situation. But I also look at her as a corrupt individual, somebody who will sign on for this shit, somebody who will okay it, who will lie, who will back it up, who will say fuck the people, fuck the black people, fuck us. And now you want us to wrap our arms around you and hold you up while you go toe-to-toe with the president that you helped put into office. And talk about how corrupt he is. You knew he was corrupt all along. Don't act like it was some shit you figured out along the way. You knew from the Apprentice days how Trump really was. And that was okay with you as long as you thought that you was climbing some type of fucking ladder. But now that you didn't realize that this shit is going down burning, whether they want to realize it or not, admit it or not, it is what it is. It's fucked up, and it is probably going to be a blemish on the history of this country, regardless to whether people want to admit that to themselves right now. But in 20 years, you'll be looking at yourself like, yeah, we was fucking up. Just like you have now. Just like people who were around during the civil rights movement, and y'all was all okay with the way black people was being treated. When we didn't even have the regular rights of walking into the front door. We can perform on stage for your fucking ass, but we can't walk through the front door. Ain't that some bullshit? And that was fucked up to y'all. And we got to keep going through new levels and new levels of this shit. It's tiring. Lord, it's tiring. And Omarosa, you don't get no cookies from me, bitch. You don't get no cookies from me. I'm not buying your book. I'm going to be listening on these Twitter streets, though, to find out everything that's being said. But I don't think that anything she has to say is going to do anything to his administration. I just really don't. I think we've gotten to a point that we just going to have to ride this shit out, because they going to let him do whatever the fuck he want to do as long as he's in office. So I would suggest a lot of y'all to figure out who are y'all senators and who are y'all governors, and get that shit together where you live at. Because if you think that not voting is the answer, you got this whole process fucked up. The Electoral College is made up of the motherfuckers that you elect. Get that together. All right? Be aware, y'all. Be aware. Being woke ain't just being, on fucking Instagram and Twitter posting pro-black shit. It's also being aware of who's running for city council in your area. You know what I'm saying? Who's running for Senate in your area? Who's running for governor in your area? You know what I'm saying? Be on that, people. All right, y'all. That's everything I wanted to talk about. I hope y'all enjoyed, this episode of the Bondy Blue Show. Comment down below if there's anything else y'all want me to talk about that I didn't touch on. I'm thinking about doing Braxton family values. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. If I do decide to do it, I'll probably either put it up tonight or tomorrow, because I'm a little tired. So it might be tomorrow. I went on a long walk with my dogs. My back hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be going to the spa tomorrow. So yeah, no. If I do it, it's going to be tonight. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all like the review. And I'll see y'all in the next one.